Alright, so here's kind of the fuss we're getting into here, is that there's two clips here, one that holds the shroud together and one that holds the fan. And you can tell when you're not in it because that won't sit in the bottom perch like it's supposed to. And we can tell we got this finally sitting where it should. There's a clip that goes on that. And we get over here to this side. We're setting up higher than we should be. Okay, I'm okay with that because the metal clip actually sat a little higher and then the shroud lays on this. Because there's nowhere for it to go lower. It's a problem with slip clips with plastic. Now the only other weird thing is that now it's putting this lower than it should be. If I remember right though, there should be a clip on the fan shroud that takes care of that. Yeah, because I don't have it, I can't pull that wire up any higher for the electric fan. Okay, that clip is in. And then the shroud bolts there. Okay, well, that's one thing done. Yep, you just gotta make sure things click in. So I've got the bolts already tightened. Now here for the fan, for the electric fan, there is a notch for it to run into. There's a notch for it to run into, which is right here. We'll push that first, and then we'll lock the connector. Okay, why did we have to put that in? Well, the hose has got to run through that, so we really didn't have a choice in the matter. So let's get the hose in next. Okay, so I put a line here so I can see. I want to make sure it's in the utmost furthest position. I'm actually using a line here to here because we want the bubbles to rise and then we want them to come out. You don't want to use any RTV here because it will disintegrate the O-ring, and just simply push it in like so. Make sure it's fully seated. It's going to be hard in the camera to see, but this is protruding about 1/8 of an inch, so when you squish it down, it seals. You have to do it a little bit different than the OEM thermostat, but you can see this one's probably superior being it doesn't use a bunch of rubber here. Anyway, make sure air bubbles up, comes out this way, and you'll be good to go. Alright, now we'll put the top back on and we'll torque it to 9 foot-pounds. Alright, so it's going to be 108 inch-pounds or 9 foot-pounds. We're going to use a little bit of Loctite. These are through bolts, so we don't need to worry about sealing the threads. These are not through bolts, they're captured. Alright, so we're going to start We're going to get these ran down, but we're not going to torque it. We're going to get them evenly started. We are going to need an inch-pound reader, because most torque wrenches start at 10. If this is 9, this is how you snap a bolt. So you definitely want to use an inch-pound reader. I got this one at Home Depot for 50 bucks. So they're not cheap, they're not expensive, but they're necessary.
That's like the Baja truck.
Yeah, I had to use another extension. I don't like using extensions when I'm trying to get final torque, but in this case I really don't have a choice due to the odd angle of the thermostat housing.
Don't you just feel for it?
No, you'll hear it click here in a sec. You don't want to over torque these bolts. It's not like the old days where you just grab a wrench and go ham. That's where you're going to break bolts. And then you'll be into it for a timing cover job.
Yep, hit a click.
I'm going to go a little extra because I lost a little bit on the extension. But 9 foot-pounds comes up pretty quick.
How many clicks does it take?
Well, the click just tells you where you're at.
Well, how do you judge it then?
You just feel with your bottom of your hand, you keep it still, and that click pretty much tells you you're already at 108 inch pounds or 9 foot-pounds. A lot of these cars today are they're about torque specs. You know, it's not like the old days where you could almost build an entire engine without a torque spec. Today, you got to use torque specs. Okay, thermostat is installed. Alright, to make life easier for yourself, clamp on first, hose on second.
Whew.
Yeah, it would be nice if that tool worked a little bit better.
Yeah.
Now, unlike most of the things on this truck, there isn't a stopper here on the thermostat housing.
My question is, are we going to be starting this truck tonight?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Alright, make sure hose is even, feel for the nipple, and release your tool. Of course, tool sticks.
Lovely.
It's starting to become a common occurrence with this thing.
Never trust a tool that's cheap.
Yeah, I'll be buying another one. Next time I'm going to spend a little bit of money on it, because this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. Having a pound is not really the way to go.
Yeah, seriously.
Do you want to release it?
Good way to puncture a brand new frickin' hose, having to do it this way.
Yeah, well, I would not do that.
Got really no choice. I need this tool to come off.
Got it? Good.
Alright, should hold that for at least 5 minutes. 10, I mean sometimes I've gone as much as 30 minutes if I was chasing a leak for a while. I mean, not everything you see on the channel is everything we do. There's a lot of stuff just due to time constraints I can't record, but this is one I had a little bit of time on, and I know you guys like watching the dog stuff. Okay, well, let's go ahead and wait, and if it's good to go, then we'll do the vacuum.